You can't buy my silence, you can't steal my voice, you can't keep me quiet. I will bring the noise, ready or not, here I come. You can't hide, I'm gonna find you and make you want me.
I have been falling behind in my coverage of terrorism around the world. In fact, I haven't done a video about it all year. So I'm going to catch you up very quickly right now, before settling back into a more regularly scheduled thing. Terrorism is really important because it is the murdering of your fellow citizens, not just in random events where interpersonal things could have flared up or just an individual crime, something arbitrary like that. No, these are occurrences that have greater significance because of their likelihood to repeat. It's not just that the death counts tend to be higher, it's that the violence itself is not just one individual outlier, it's a virus, which can and does pop up over and over again. So let's start on January 1st, 2016. They don't waste time. Now let's look at who we're talking about here, and let's analyze where the terrorism is coming from. Okay, I'm going to first go through this entire list, and then I want to discuss what sticks out to me. Starting in Tel Aviv. On the 1st, we got Muslims. Iraq, Muslims. Afghanistan, Muslims. Somalia, Muslims. France, Lone Wolf, Muslim. Somalia, Muslims. Al-Shabaab. India, Muslims. You thought it was going to be Hindu? No, it was Muslim. Iraq, Muslim. West Bank, Muslim. West Bank, Muslim. Afghanistan, Muslim. Pakistan, Muslim. Nigeria, Muslim. Libya, Muslim. Paris, Muslim. Libya, Muslim. Pakistan, Muslim. Egypt, Muslim. Egypt, Muslim. Pakistan, Muslim. Muslim. Muslim, 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 Pakistan Muslim, Yemen Muslim, Cameroon Muslim, Turkey Muslim, India, Maoist, 2 injured, Indonesia Muslim, Yemen Muslim, Iraq Muslim, Iraq Muslim, Somalia Muslim, India Maoist, somebody got killed, Burkina Faso Muslim, oh God, pronounce that, Ouagadougou, awesome. Syria Muslim, Iraq Muslim, Afghanistan Muslim, Yemen Muslim, Iraq Muslim, West Bank Muslim, Cameroon Muslim, Turkey Muslim, Iraq Muslim, Pakistan Muslim, Iraq Muslim, Pakistan Muslim, Afghanistan Muslim, Iraq. Here, let me just rattle through these. Muslim, Somalia Muslim, Iraq Muslim, Cameroon Muslim, Laos, Buddhist. Mix it up. Muslim, Pakistan Muslim, Cameroon Muslim, Nigeria Muslim, Saudi Arabia Muslim, Yemen Muslim, East Jerusalem Muslim, West Bank Muslim, Syria Muslim, Nigeria Muslim, Egypt Muslim, and Muslim. Woo! That was a whirlwind. January, that was a bloodbath. We go to February. On the 1st, we have Muslim. On the 1st again, we have Muslim. Then we have on the 2nd more Muslim. Then on the 3rd we have Muslim, followed by some more Muslim, Somalia Muslim, Mali Muslim, Ireland, we have Christian. Several men wielding AK-47s opened fire on a Dublin hotel where a weigh-in for a boxing match was taking place. The Sira claimed responsibility and said that the shooting was retaliation for the murder of real IRA leader Alan Ryan at the hands of a drug dealer. Okay, well, retaliation for a murder by a drug dealer? And that's terrorism? Okay. Then we go Muslim, Afghanistan Muslim, Iraq Muslim, Syria Muslim, Cameroon Muslim, Nigeria Muslim, Mali Muslim, Saudi Arabia Muslim, Afghanistan Muslim, Mali Muslim, Yemen Muslim, Nigeria Muslim, the Cave of the Patriarchs, Hebron, that's Muslim, Egypt Muslim, West Bank Muslim, here we go, Muslim in Russia, Muslim Somalia, Muslim Yemen, Turkey Muslim, West Bank Muslim, Cameroon Muslim, Turkey Muslim, East Jerusalem Muslim, India Muslim, Syria Muslim, Egypt Muslim, seriously Muslim, Afghanistan Muslim, Burundi Christian, West Bank Muslim, Mali Muslim, Iraq Muslim, Somalia Muslim, Libya Muslim, Afghanistan Muslim, Thailand Muslim, Syria Muslim, Afghanistan Muslim, Egypt Muslim, Iraq Muslim, Somalia Muslim, Egypt Muslim, Russia Muslim, Yemen Muslim, Iraq Muslim, the Congo Muslim, Iraq Muslim. Now we come to March. We have Egypt Muslim, Mali Muslim, West Bank Muslim, Afghanistan Muslim, Syria Muslim, West Bank Muslim, Thailand Muslim, Turkey Muslim, West Bank Muslim, Belfast, Northern Ireland. A prison officer was badly wounded when a booby trap bomb exploded under his van on Hillsborough Drive, East Belfast. The RERA claimed responsibility, but referred to themselves as the New IRA, and said it was a response to the alleged mistreatment of Republican prisoners at Magaberry Prison. It added that the officer was targeted because he trained prison officers at Magaberry. The prison officer later died from the result of the attack. So that is from the New IRA. Continuing on, we have Turkey Muslim, Yemen Muslim, Egypt Muslim, Iraq Muslim, Syria Muslim, Afghanistan Muslim, Pakistan Muslim, Tunisia Muslim, Egypt Muslim, Somalia Muslim, Uruguay Muslim. A Uruguayan businessman named Carlos Peralta stabbed a Jew to death in Paysandú. Peralta said Allah was responsible for his actions, implying it was religiously motivated. Israel Muslim, Jerusalem Muslim, Israel Muslim, Somalia Muslim, Libya Muslim, Afghanistan Muslim, Iraq Muslim, Thailand Muslim, Turkey Muslim, West Bank Muslim, Congo, that's just tribal whatever, they might be Christians, Hutu action there, Thailand Muslim, Ivory Coast, wow, 19 dead in the Ivory Coast. Gunmen attacked 2 hotels at a beach resort popular with Western tourists. Witnesses say the gunmen were shouting Allahu Akbar during the gunfire. Turkey Muslim, Thailand Muslim, West Bank Muslim, Canada. This got to be Christian or something, atheist maybe. 2 Canadian soldiers were stabbed at a recruiting station in Toronto by a 27-year-old Canadian citizen shouting praises for Allah. After being arrested, he claimed Allah had sent him to kill soldiers. Pakistan Muslim, Nigeria Muslim. So, having seen all that, what do we take from it? What is there to learn? I think what jumps off the page is that it's not all one thing. It's not one group or another group. I mean, these are events happening around the world. We see that terrorism doesn't have a religion. Instead, what we see is that crazy people who are extremists, who are fundamentalists, they will employ violence at times. So you have these Irish people going crazy, and you have some Christians elsewhere, and you have some Muslims. To be honest, the uptick of violence from the new IRA is alarming and troubling, and you don't see it in the news often. I wonder why. Instead, you get people who have this hatred, this phobia, this raging, seething hatred in their heart towards brown-skinned and black-skinned people, and towards people of a different religion. You know, they'll scapegoat it. They'll just say, look, the Muslims, they're the other. They're the bad people. Let's kill all the Muslims. That is the trend we're seeing happening. Meanwhile, we got people in Ireland killing people. White Christians.
Can you actually say that you think the Muslim community is no different from any other religious community?
Well, I can say that. I will say that. Sam, thanks for showing up randomly. Uninvited, I might add. But there is, you tell me the difference, Sam. If people are dying in Ireland, they're dying in Pakistan, what is the difference?
Nothing analogous to what happens with Islam. But let's continue. We literally...
Okay, well, yeah, let me continue it, because you have just interrupted my train of thought. I was mid-rant trying to shed some light on the stats that we've been seeing from this year, and you come butting in, basically just derail what was a brilliant speech on my part.
All of that was delusional.
Oh, really? Was it, Sam? I think delusion is in the eye of the beholder. And for starters, what do you know about terrorism, Sam? You're a brain nerd.
Wait a minute.
Okay? If you want to talk about brain nerd shit, I'll listen to you. Otherwise, what's the point?
I mean, the fact that you think you're entering this conversation in a way that is intellectually honest and open to having your views challenged and responsive to evidence that you didn't have a moment ago.
I found the evidence.
I mean, it's as pure an act of self-deception as I've witnessed in a long time.
It's not
so defensive.
It's not defensiveness. I'm just being myself. I'm trying to make sense of the numbers and expose the bigots out there.
Wait. Bullshit.
Right.
Let me just educate you.
Oh, right. So you're going to educate me. Sam, I went to UCLA, okay? I went to Berkeley, a little school called Berkeley. Ever heard of it?
I mean, this is still a little more throat clearing from you.
But well, you can call it whatever you want. It's a fact. It's just like the facts I just told you about the new IRA, which you want to avoid. See, that's your thing. You don't want to talk about the situations on the ground,
Wait a minute.
the politics, the actual motivation for what is happening here. You just want to make it all facile, overly simplistic.
I followed this reasonably closely.
Well, apparently not close enough. I mean, that is a fair assessment, Sam. You have an obsession with being anti-Islam. You're known for it. Google yourself, for God's sake.
No, but don't change the subject.
Yeah, but that's the point. I'm not changing the subject. This is the subject. Why are you so controversial? Why do so many people have so many things to say about you? Can they all be wrong?
This is a stupid little trick that you have to stop using because it makes you look terrible, all right? To falsely summarize what someone has conceded is not only annoying, it is effective only with stupid audiences, right? It's going to get you fucking nowhere. So just listen
so
to
my
me.
audience is now stupid. Is that, so now it's not just me, it's people that listen to me. How can you say that, Sam?
What are you saying here?
I'm saying, why are you slandering my listenership?
That's just simply untrue.
If it's untrue, then why did you just say it? You just said it, Sam. What, am I taking you out of context? Did you mean what you just said?
Every fucking word.
Exactly. Thank you for conceding that point, at least. Finally, Sam admits that he was wrong. Okay, you misspoke in public on my broadcast, and I got you to admit to it, and good, finally. And that's good, Sam, you're evolving.
I rarely misspeak, okay? I occasionally misspeak, but I rarely do.
You just did. Okay, well, look, I'm not going to harp on that. We all make mistakes. What have you come here to say?
I should be able to say that Islam sucks.
And who's stopping you? Who is stopping you from saying that? You say it almost every chance you get, but what you don't talk about is the fact that there are extremists within Christianity, now and in the past. The terrorist attacks in Ireland is a perfect example of that. Now, you never talk about that.
Of course, there are extremists within the Christian tradition that emphasize the other side of things. That's why I'm saying it's not necessary, and I'm saying it's not impossible.
Why don't you talk about it? Yeah, okay, so now you concede that point after I've shamed you about it. But you don't do that voluntarily. This reminds me of like Twitter. People come at me on Twitter and they say, Devin, I don't believe you when you say you have a big dick. And I say, oh, you should believe me. And they say, no, I don't. I seriously don't. It sounds like a lot of talk. And then I send them a picture. And then they accept it to be true. They too are forced to concede the point after they receive the picture of my dick.
Fine. That is a point that has absolutely no relevance to our conversation. The point I was making, I'll continue to make as it comes up.
But Sam, it does have relevance to my conversation. See, it's not all about your agenda and what you want to talk about. I want to talk about my big dick sometimes, and you have to grant me that freedom. Okay, don't no platform my big dick.
Okay. This is a rabbit hole that I don't want to go down with you because, one, we've been doing this too long.
Just getting started.
And it's going to be as frustrating as every other topic.
See, right now you're panicking and you're throwing up a white flag because you don't want to be here. You don't want to have an intelligent guy question you and come back at you about your ridiculous positions. You're getting pwned, bro. You're getting pwned right now. Samuel, do you understand that?
This is not how you have a conversation with another human being.
Pure pwnage. Oh, aren't you so pretentious, so smug, so self-satisfied? Like, oh, it's only you are the only one that knows how to have a conversation. So if I want to throw in new words and terms that I've learned on the internet, that's not kosher with you? How about this? I'm going to spend my time talking about whatever it is I want to talk to. This is my YouTube channel. If I want to talk about my big dick, I'm going to do that, Sam.
The fact that you have to waste any time at all is the problem.
And once again, it's all from your perspective. It's a problem for you. It's not a problem for me. This is PR for me. I mean, clearly there's something else going on here. The second I brought up dick size, you got weird. Okay, now what does that say about you? I think the audience knows what it says about you. You know, do the math, people.
You're wrong about this.
Okay, right. Yeah, okay. Sure, Sam. Sure. I'm wrong about that. Here's what I'm not wrong about. I hear you get on podcast after podcast and you talk about how all Muslims are terrorists. Okay, you chastise the entire group of people. Do you realize there's 1.7 billion of them? So for you to just waltz in with your broad brush and talk about how all Muslims are a threat to civilization...
No one has said, I have never said it's all Muslims. In fact, every time I talk about this, I'm careful to differentiate the concentric circles of commitment to these ideas, right? So yes, there are many Muslims who don't care about cartoons, but many, many more Muslims are dodging the issue the way I think you're dodging
No, there's
here.
no dodging going on. It's explanation to you from us, from the people that have the facts. We're telling you, Sam, that you neglect to see the situation on the ground, the actual motivations. You want to pin this all on Islam because you have a bloodlust against Muslims. That's clearly apparent. And instead, what you do is you backpedal and you pretend you didn't say things that you did say, and then you'll bring up some like anecdotal situation like Charlie Hebdo, and it's a total red herring. It doesn't belong in an intelligent conversation about
It's
this
not
topic.
a red herring when people show up at your door and kill you.
Sam, how many times has that happened? Not many. All that I'm saying is that look, I'm against terrorism, all right? I'm openly will say that. Look, I grant you, I think that acts of terrorism are being committed by all religions, just including Muslims, just way too high. I think it's way too high.
But you can't just say way too high, way too high.
Okay, but what you're not getting is that there are acts of terrorism being committed by other religions. So yes, Muslims do it, but also Christians in Ireland do it. Okay, why can you not accept that both things are happening?
I think your framing of this issue strikes me as just false here.
It's not false. Sam, no, but it's not false. That's the problem. It's true. I present facts to you, you freak out. It's almost like you're an apologist for Christianity. Why are you defending Christian terrorists? Christians are doing bad things today and in the past. Okay, both. And yet you never talk about it.
I am the first to admit how horrible medieval Christianity was.
When? When have you done that? In the privacy of your own home? What is that, pillow talk to your wife? Nobody in the public has heard that. I think it's clear what your agenda is. I think we all know why a pro-Israel, Jewish, quote-unquote, atheist is trying to attack Muslims at every chance he gets.
You're digging in here. This should be the easiest point we discuss, right? The point where you really have no information and I have all the information. Right?
Oh, please. Oh my God. You have all the information. Did you acquire that while you were meditating in your cave, Sam? Oh, fuck. You are such an arrogant prick.
But I can certainly defend the claim.
I'd like to see you try. I would love to see you try that. Here, I give you a platform. Please, defend that. Support that claim. What is it about you that makes you think you're so much smarter than everybody else? You dissected a brain once? Friggin' nerd. While you were dissecting that brain, I was out boning and dunking on people and pick up basketball games.
But the fact that we can't even get through the simplest of all possible disagreements,
it's not we,
where
it's you.
information is very clear to put forward, right? Doesn't give me much hope that we can deal with deeper issues here.
Look, I'm trying to move the conversation forward. You're the one that is stuck in the past. Why? Because you got to beat your chest and say, "Oh, I have all the information."
I just don't understand. I don't understand how you're missing this point. Okay, so
No, you don't understand why you're coming across like a total dick right now. You realize this is being recorded, and I will be releasing this, Sam. There's no editing going on here. So when people listen in and they hear you demeaning me time after time, putting me down,
I'm not demeaning you. I'm talking about the reality of our world.
There it is again. Just the abject smugness of a statement like that. Okay, fine. You're the best-selling author. Okay, let me get down on my knees. Okay, everybody listen to Sam. He knows Buddhism or whatever. Okay, the man's perfectly zenned out, all right? We should all be honored to even be in his presence. Okay, Sam, you're the smart guy. Then why don't you tell us something smart right now?
Nice question.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's okay, but don't dodge it. If it's a nice question, don't dodge it. It should be easy for you to answer.
It's trivially easy.
Then do it, Sam. Sam, nobody's stopping you right now. Fine, I'll make it easier. Sam, why don't you explain to us why you want to nuke the Middle East?
You're changing the subject. I don't want to go down this path.
Oh, I know you don't. No, of course. Why would you? Why would you want to defend your ridiculous statements? It's incredible, man. You come on here, guns blazing, attacking me at every turn.
Those are claims.
And I'm giving you a chance. I'm literally giving you a chance. Fine. You know what? I will change the topic now. I will just ask you a point-blank question. Forget religion. Let's talk race. You tell me something about black people.
Black people are apes.
What?
Black people are apes.
Okay. I actually can't believe you just said that. I mean, technically it's true, but just for clarity's sake, could you repeat that?
I am just repeating myself. I've said more or less everything I think on that topic. So it's both boring for me and boring for my listeners.
Well, I don't think it's boring at all, actually. I think it's quite profound that when asked about black people, that was the first thing that came to your mind. I mean, that's very telling. Put it this way. If Christopher Hitchens was here and I was talking to him and I asked him that same question, I guarantee you he wouldn't say black people are apes.
I mean, Hitch and I were, as I think you know, totally in sync on this issue.
No, I'm not going to concede that. Because, I've watched Hitchens' videos. Okay, I know Christopher Hitchens, and you, sir, are no Christopher Hitchens.
You're becoming an incredibly frustrating person to talk to.
Says who?
And because you're endlessly wandering off the point. And you're pretending to be a mind reader.
Oh, right.
Everyone on the left these days.
And when I just hold you to account for the things you said in context, and then you can't defend them, then it's me. Then it's me who's being the bad guy in that situation. Is that right?
This is a totally false move.
No, it's a factual move. It's a factual move that I'm perfectly entitled to do because you necessitate it. You have to be held accountable, Sam. And instead, what you do, when given the chance to defend your positions, what you do is you come in and you insult me.
You're taking offense where no offense is intended or even given here.
Well, it doesn't matter what your intention was. This goes right back to the foreign policy. Oh, we didn't mean to blow up that hospital. We just did. Well, guess what? It's the results that matter, Sam. Yeah. Speechless.
Okay, the pause you hear from me is I'm trying to figure out how to proceed here because, given how we have foundered on very simple points, I'm reluctant to just set sail on a rougher part of the sea
here.
But
here's what you're not getting. The failure of this conversation is your inability to back up your claims. You're the one that comes on here and says black people are apes. I probe you on that. I do a follow-up, and then you start insulting. I'm giving you softballs here. You can say anything you want. And we can talk about whatever you want. I mean, you want to talk about an easy topic? You want to condemn rape and earn some brownie points? You want to virtue signal about how you're against rape?
Rape is natural. Orangutans rape, dolphins rape.
I mean, it's unbelievable. A softball, and he whiffs on it and beats himself in the head with it. Sam, dolphins do not rape. It is not natural. I cannot believe you'd say that. What a galling statement. It's like, are you drunk right now? Are you on LSD? Are you in your cave currently? I feel like you have taken a truth serum and you don't even know what you're saying. Your agent needs to get a hold of you. I mean, your book sales are dying here. But while we have you in this inebriated truth serum state, tell us something else about yourself, please.
I am a fascist who loves fascists, who is supporting fascists, who would support the Golden Dawn Party, who wants to turn immigrants into lampshades.
And now we're getting somewhere. Now the real Sam Harris has stood up and is stating his beliefs. Now, I find it horrific that you want to turn humans into lampshades. First of all, why would you even do that? We have plenty of lampshades, and I think there's better materials. So it's callous, it is macabre, it is seriously disturbing that you would go that route. But be my guest. I mean, you're digging your own grave here. Okay, look, we are so far off track here. Like, I don't even know if there's anything to salvage from this talk. What do you have to say to me?
I think Islam is a dangerous religion. I have made no secret of that. I have said things just like that. Islam has to be defeated. I'll say it now. Islam has to be defeated.
That doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, I'm surprised you don't have it tattooed on your forehead at this point. But what we are trying to tell you is that there's something called the new IRA, okay? They are Christians, Sam, Christians, and they commit acts of terror. You don't recognize that. You don't see that it's politics that is at the core.
The problem is there are differences among religions and among theologies and among holy books that are inconvenient. And it is hard to justify holy war by recourse to the New Testament and the life of Jesus. Because it's not impossible, obviously, but it's hard. Okay.
Yes, we grant that. Nobody's saying Islam's some great thing. But it's just a religion just like every other religion. Now, that is a fact. You have to accept that. Because, yes, the Quran is bad, but so is the Bible. Those two things are equally bad.
And you're tenaciously holding to it past the point where its falsity is obvious to everyone, makes you look like an asshole.
And back to insults. That's all you have. Because you've lost on the arguments. And so you go to ad hominem. You don't understand the fact that when you see these terrorist acts, it has nothing to do with theology. Nothing.
Yeah, but then it's a total mystery why the Muslim world is the way it is, right?
It's not just about the Muslim world. What about the Irish world? The IRA is killing people this year, Sam. There are incidents this year, Sam.
Okay, and we can probably number them on one hand. Okay.
So you could be walking down just, Belfast one day, and kaboom, you're dead, because some Christian terrorist decide to off you. And that Christian terrorist comes from a group that is widely supported within Ireland.
And you can get your head cut off in any Muslim society on earth. And many Muslims, many Muslims, in many cases, majorities, support that.
Okay, so, yeah, and so what's your point? But what do you think is the reason? What is the geopolitical reason that they're doing that? What do you think they're being influenced by to do that?
By the fucking text.
Once again, you ignore politics. The political situation. Politics, Sam. Politics, not religion. Politics. I have a friend who's Muslim who believes in some things, doesn't believe in other things. And, you could talk to him. He's not killing anybody. He might start to defend some of the aspects of Sharia, but he's not going to...
He has a religious reason, and only a religious reason, to defend what would otherwise obviously be a barbaric practice that even his politics repudiate. That is a fucking science experiment, psychologically, showing you that it was not his politics.
Okay, honestly, at this point, I'm getting fed up with you. With the F-bombs and the language... Like, if you want to take this outside, we can figure something out here. Because I'm fairly confident that I could kick your ass.
Everything is backwards for you.
No, not backwards. That's correct. Okay, you're not a big man. Okay, you got your jujitsu, whatever. I train jujitsu, okay, with the Gracies. Who do you train with? Yeah, technically, I'm a white belt, yes. But, like, high degree, like a high-level white belt. Okay, so don't get it twisted. You'll get triangle choked quick. And if I had more time, I would seriously fly. Where you're in LA, right? I would fly out to LA and we could do this, but it's just...
Don't kid yourself. It takes no time, and it wouldn't be a matter of time wasted. You'd be wasting your life, and you know it.
Oh, big talk. Big talk from Sammy. Okay, then guess what? I'll start a GoFundMe. I'll come to LA and we'll fight. Wasting my life? Okay, we'll see. We'll see about that. Unbelievable. I mean, you get all cocky and you try to show me up in front of my audience and challenge me to a fight, and then I respond to you, and then you cower away. But anyway, back to what you were saying about...
But you're not responding. You're changing the subject.
Okay, well, why don't we go back to the original topic, which is Islam and your bigoted, xenophobic stance on Muslims. Based on the entirety of your body of work, I think that is a completely justifiable thing to say.
If you're going to say that is a justifiable thing to do intellectually, you're no one worth talking to.
Look, you came to me. I didn't... You strolled in here, Sam. So don't talk to me about if it's worth your time to talk to me. Okay, I'm the one trying to explain to you that there are other people in the world committing acts of terror. Okay? Jihadists are not the only people, suicide bombing out there. Newsflash.
I'm not saying the only way to be a suicide bomber is to be a jihadist, but I'm just saying that there are differences in how these religious communities behave, even in the same context. I mean, there used to be Christians in all of these countries, but there are Christians in many of these countries who have suffered some of the same intolerable political conditions, in many cases worse because they've been victimized by their own Muslim neighbors. I mean, you look at the Copts in Egypt, or you look at Pakistani Christians, they are not resorting to suicide bombing.
Sam,
and there's a reason for it.
Sam, this is nonsensical, what you're saying right now, and it's just as nonsensical as the shit you write in your books. And I've read like half of them. So, look, let's just leave that there because
I'm still stuck on this word nonsensical because I think this word means nothing. You say that what I say in the book is nonsensical. I would be amazed if you can find a single statement in the book that's nonsensical. I mean, I will pay you $1,000 for every nonsensical statement you can find of mine in the book. I mean, go ahead, bankrupt me. I could give you the same deal I gave Glenn Greenwald. I mean, we can settle this with a duel of cartoon contests, right? You do a cartoon contest for Islam, and I'll do one for any other religion on earth. You want to take me up on that?
Oh, great. Bravo. Big man with a lot of money, millionaire kind of guy, strolls in and starts making bets. Well, no, I'm not going to take you up on that. I'm not stupid. But look, this has been informative for me. This is the last time I invite you on my channel. But I'll give you the last word. I mean, is there anything else you have to say?
Black people are apes.
Don't stop. Man. hopes and dreams. We got ways and means, the supreme dream team, always up with a scheme. From hubcap to selling raps, name your theme. Mirage to the top, soaking under screen. Who the hell wanna stop me? I hated those who doubt me. A million refugees with unlimited warranties. Black Caesar, dating top divas, diplomatic immunities. No time for a visa, it just begun. I'ma shoot them one by one. Got 5 shots to me, something like a pentagon. Strike with the forces of King Solomon, letting bygone be bygone, and so on and so on. I'ma teach this cat how to live in the ghetto, keeping it retro, expected from the get-go. Lay low, let my mind shine like a halo. For politics will give us senators on the needle.
The nephews is in the house. As soon as the beat drop, we got the streets locked overseas. A Punjabi MC in the rock. I came to see the mommies in the spot. On the count of 3, drop your body like it's hot. 1, young, 2, you. 1, 2, 3, young Hoser. Snake charmer, move your body like a snake, mama. Make me wanna put the snake on ya. I'm on my 8th summer, still hot. Young's the 8th wonder. All I do is get bread, yeah. I take wonder. I take one of your chicks straight from under your armpit. The black Brad Pitt. I'm at till 6 in the AM. All day I'm P-I-M-P. I am simply attached to the track like simply. It's simply good. Young Ho, infinitely hood. R-O-C and you don't stop. Cool DMC and you don't stop. Nigga NYC and we don't stop. R-O-C and we don't stop. Punjabi MC and we don't stop. It's your boy Jay-Z and we don't stop. Nigga R-O-C and we won't stop. Yes, Ma, I ain't gotta tell you, but it's your boy Ho from the US. You just lay down slow. Catch your boy mingling, England, meddling in the Netherlands, checking in daily under aliases. We rebellious, we back home, screaming leave Iraq alone. With all my soldiers in the field, I will wish you safe return, but only